Wherever you go, wherever you are an aspect of the divine, you cannot run away from it. Even if you are the one behind the wall, if you are the one in the midst of darkness, if you believe you are the darkest of souls, you cannot escape your destiny. You are love. Right now, this absence of connection, of integrality, makes you believe in those ugly things about you, but they cannot be true, as you are conceived and created of pure love. This mist of darkness is just the absence of the truth of you. That's why you shall never fight fear. Fear is inconsequential. Fear doesn't matter. Why fear exists? Fear exists because love is absent.
This channeling represents beings from astral planes and beings who are incarnated on this planet. The highest self of the channeler, Sananda Kumara, and many other beings and entities that are at service of the evolution of humanity. The way of speaking and the tone of voice might be disturbing for those who are not used to it. Perceive the energy and frequency behind each entity that presents itself to assist you and your ascension, as well as the evolution of this planet. So be it, and so it is. We wish you an excellent experience.
Confrontation of fear. Fear in the archetype is in opposition to love. Fear resembles many times a panic attack for not knowing, not understanding. Fear is a strong reaction to blindness. A blindness that many of you in this earth sustain as a constant state of self-doubt, doubting reality, even doubting the weather or the capacity of such amazing being as Gaia to self-heal and self-regulate. Humanity fears everything and everyone. Fear is an atomic principle of death. It represents the death. It represents the destruction of your own creation. And the outmost creation of a living entity is its own temple, to become a carcass, an empty shell. So death, disruption, destruction, absence of trust is all connected to fear. Fear is something to be fight from the perspective of humankind. Nothing could be further from the truth. Fear is irrelevant. Fear is not the presence of something. You cannot fight the emptiness. Fear is but the absence of love. Love, again, is a misused word. It's just but a label. You that already knows and recognize the truth behind this label as an inner configuration, a practicality, objective. The truth of love is that love is the truth. Truth and love is one. but it is a truth that is beyond the connection to the mind, because it encompasses the wholeness of who you are in this form and shape. So it's the truth of the body, it's the truth of the soul, it's the truth of the universe. How can I know such truth? May you ask. Through deep and profound connection. That's why I teach love. Deep and profound connection to the everything. But how can you remain connected? When you shame upon something, you reject it, you point a finger. You put labels on it that you despise. You connect to words and realities and old memories of you in suffering. Then you shame that experience. You say, no. You reject it. And that rejection, that resistance that you put between you and anything, the obvious consequence of it is disconnection. Pay attention, child, as this is your mistake. You shame it, you fight it. I hate you. Say the unconscious person. I don't want to be with you. Well, children of light, when you do such thing to any aspect of creation, is the end of hope and the arising of fear. Why divine? Why divine? The fear arises. Because now there is the unpredictability. Arises the need for control through the ego. Because now I know that there is a shark under the water of my creation. There is something there that I know not what it does. Now there is this space in the creation, in the universe there is this black veil in which my gaze may not enter. What do they do? What they will do to the rest of us? Blindness, threat. And out of this fear, we start to plan ahead of time and build walls of protection. If they decide to leave the midst of darkness, what will be of me? I frowned upon them. I rejected them. I fail to see the beauty of them. And then of course they will fail to see the beauty of me, as I am the one that creates. So division arises and fear manifests itself in your body, in your soul, in your creation. Of course, in the soul part that is geolocalized here. The one beyond the space and time is a completely different story. But it's being mirrored in the universe, in creation, the dark spaces, where no one dares to go. Fear is of your own doing. It's nothing to fight. And if you build walls, you're trying to cut off part of you. Instead of it, I teach you love. Love so deeply connected I am, and I shall not refuse one ounce of life. All of creation belongs to me. And in that beautiful state, that amazing reality and connection, I shall guide, I shall create, I shall elevate everything in my path. There shall not have any mist of darkness in my universe. It won't exist a dark corner for the segregated, the humiliated, the rejected. This shall not be. It shall not be a single part in this body that is shamed upon, rejected, humiliated by the rest of it. Every single grain of the aliveness in my being will be interconnected. Nothing shall remain away from my gaze. Nothing will remain ugly when beauty is me. I am the beauty, and the beauty arises in the everything. As I am the everything, and everything is elevated by the presence of my vision. Whatever my eyes hat upon, beauty arises. Every little thing arises in beauty. So fear is the absence of that. Fear arises because we start rejecting, fighting, building walls, going against. Doubt arises soon after. I can no longer trust. I can no longer trust. Divine, I cannot trust divine. See, there is that. There is that beyond the wall, divine. Yes, child. But if you reject it, if you fight what is beyond the wall, what chance may have of universe becoming? Instead of fighting what is beyond the wall, you start creating a relentless, impeccable commitment to be as one with me. Be my reflection, child, in all the ways and manners you can. Be the pure love of I am. In all its greatness and glory, irradiate everything. Wherever you go, wherever you enter, life and light will shine. No one can resist your presence. They will bow in love for themselves. They will become as one with your mere presence. They will elevate, sublimate, and become. So be it, and so it is. Wherever you go, wherever you are an aspect of the divine. You cannot run away from it. Even if you are the one behind the wall, if you are the one in the midst of darkness, if you believe you are the darkest of souls, you cannot escape your destiny. You are love. Right now, this absence of connection, of integrality, makes you believe in those ugly things about you, but they cannot be true, as you are conceived and created of pure love. this mist of darkness is just the absence of the truth of you. That's why you shall never fight fear. Fear is inconsequential. Fear doesn't matter. Why fear exists? Fear exists because love is absent. So stop with the fear gazing. Don't be afraid. Fear shall not matter from this day forward. Fear shall not matter from this day forward. Fear shall not matter from this day forward. What I am, what I do, what I create matters. My love for creation matters. My love is the key that opens the ascension gates to all and everyone. I will be the gatekeeper of love that I was born to be. I will open all the gates and I will shatter all the locks. I will tear down all the walls that were created between me and the divine, and I will open the gates for all the ones that follow me to come back home. I will lead the way. I will bring them all back. I will go into the midst of darkness and shine my light, and shall not remain a single soul behind. I will live by the light of I am, that I am every time and every moment. I shall not fear, because fear is no more, as I become love. So be it, and so it is. When you enter the gates of heaven, there is no gates. Everything was heaven all the time. There is no division. This is just but a creation, to understand, to learn, to elevate. There is no such thing as heaven on earth, from where I belong. This is just earth and heaven, always have been, cannot be different. But from a perspective of someone that believes in it, it may seem like that. But is a temple of the divine. Everything is the divine. How can it not be heaven? How can it not be sacred? That's the way to go with your fear. You need to understand that you always have been perfection. It cannot be different. You may have dressed disconnection. You may have used capes of darkness. You may have even hidden in shadows to pretend. But you could never really become it. It's impossible. It's inconsequential. It's time to let it go. Remain in the light, as this is your true form. You can pretend, but it's no longer necessary. You learn it from your mistakes, and you came back home as a hero, as a divine entity. Why deny it, when you can be everything and everyone that you ever wanted to be in your pure potentiality? There is no going back to darkness, as light will reign supreme in every form of creation in this realm. This has been decided, has been decreed, and this will be the form and shape of I am in this realm. From above we know, from above we see, there is no other way. So be it, and so it is. When you enter the realm above, and not really entering, you're just becoming aware of what is around you all the time. To always there, you always will be. So it's an elevation of understanding, clarity, and above all, of vision. Now you can see because you have grown in love. Understand, perceive, love elevates your vision. So it's love. Love is the key of everything. So arise into fifth dimension. It may seem as if something else is going on, but it's as simple as that. There's nothing else other than love arising in you. The elevations of frequency is how you perceive it. It's nothing more than putting a pressure for you to see what you deny. And when we don't want to see something, we fight it. May even throw rocks to the ones who want to show us and say, "Go away, how dare you to reveal to me who I am? Go away, go away. But there is no escape for it. We need to see. We need to see not to be punished or to reject. We need to see, to embrace it, to love it, to acknowledge it, and to purify it. Purify it because it's ugly and dirty? No, child. Purify it because it believes that it's dirty and ugly. Purify it because it deserves to feel and be beauty, to be part of a bigger whole of beauty everywhere. Beauty is harmonious. Beauty is eternal. Beauty remains endlessly, 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 endlessly. And how beautiful it is to be eternal in the flow of beauty, become more beauty, becoming more beauty, becoming more beauty. So be it, and so it is. When you understand all of this, the glory of I Am is returning home. The returning home is to be the glorious form of I Am. The glorious form of I Am in the purest love, shape and form in this realm. I cannot resist or deny that I am in here in shape and form. I can only become and enhance my sense perception, enhance my perception of me. I will do everything that is entailed to me. I will walk the path, and the path will become who I am. I cannot be divided from the path. I cannot believe in old ways. Old ways doesn't matter to me. Old lives, old manners doesn't have any aspect that belongs to me. As I am, the I am that walk the path of I am. There's only one I am in me, and this I am is the purest form of love that follows one path, one glorious sunshine wherever I go. There is no other way for me. The old ways that does not belong to me, I go away from the fear, because fear never was who I am. I am the love. And to be the love, I need to walk the path of I am. What does all of this mean, you may ask? It's simple. There is no other path in your life that's worth considering other than following your truest path back home. All and everything else was just the illusions that was raised up from the fear of your past choices, your other forms and shapes, as you know, humanity. They belong to the past now. They will be undone, not undo out of destruction, but they will arise up, be reformed. So if you go back to old ways, you'll be bounced back to elevation. It makes no sense to delay the inevitable when the inevitable is the most beautiful thing you could ever experience in your journey. So be it, and so it is. Thank you, child, for understanding the message of I Am. We cannot doubt anymore and resist the beauty of I Am in me, as I Am in me bring the beauty of everything in everyone. If I keep seeing beauty in everything in everyone, I am in perfect alignment with I Am. If I keep fighting the beauty in people, how can I become? Because I will fight the beauty in me, I will not see beauty in me. I need to see beauty in everything and stop resisting. There is no such thing as ugliness. From why I'm seeing here, I see only beauty. You see ugliness because you still fight and resist things. From my perspective, from where I sit upon, all of it is beautiful. You may say, oh, divine being, but earth seems so ugly right now. This is from your perspective. From our perspective, there is no such thing. We understand the denial, we understand the fighting, but we also see the greater picture of I Am. So divine being and entity that are born in this planet right here, right now, embrace the aliveness that exists right now in this life, in this system. You stop focusing your attention in the death patterns. You no longer need to suffer. If you suffer, it's because you're choosing so, because you still belong to your old way of living, that you believe that you need to suffer to learn something. You should believe that it's through suffering that you arise out of darkness, when you are starting to understand that this is no longer necessary. Yes, some of you will keep learning by fear, by pain and mistakes, and you will rise out of it. But this time you are the one listening to this message, because you are the one who are ready to listen to this message. Wherever you are in the space and time continuum, you will face us. You will face us now as you listen to this message, and if you choose to deny it, you will listen again. Another message will come. Life events will push you in our direction. Why? Because we are you, you are us, we are one. This is the way of the divine. So be it, and so it is. As everyone arises away from the death patterns, it is unavoidable that humanity will find eternity in the body, and the body will become endless. And you say, oh, but only the rich will achieve it. Maybe from your perspective, that's what will happen. But you see, what is someone who carries many wealths in its life? That's someone who is embracing the possibility of enjoyment. Our eternal being is one that enjoys endless the possibilities of aliveness in the body. The ones that denies life, denies aspects of its beauty arising in its existence, will have difficulty to find eternity appealing. That person will say, why would I want to be eternal in this disaster planet? This is the blind, the one with sorrow and pain. And many of you may call yourself, I am a light worker divine, I work in the light, but you only can see ugliness in your shame life, and you say, let me go away. I understand the suffering that you feel, but the denial will not help you. What you are denying is the beauty in you and everything. So the passion for life, understand this, there is so much beauty and aliveness in the planet at the same time that those things you frown upon exist also. Let the ones that want to experiment this, as they still attach to the idea that they need suffering and punishment to arise away from it, to have what they need. If you keep focusing on that, you get closer and closer into the drama of it, because you still believes in it also. So if you want to rise above and to elevate, focus on the wealth and beauty of co-creation wherever it expresses right now. Right now, wealth and co-creation also envelops money and resources. Even if this becomes obsolete in the future, it doesn't matter. Because this is just a mirror of your own vessel of beauty in creation. So you need to love and be passionate about life and creation, so it may arise from every aspect of your living. There is nothing to shame, to resist, or to fight. If you are fighting and resisting something, it's because you are in denial about parts of you that are afraid and embracing those things. Why you do this? This is for another conversation. This is another matter, all completely different. But right here, right now, you need to stop being blind to those patterns and embrace beauty in life as it is now. We are grounding up the knowledge of this channeling to make it obvious and latent for everybody who is listening to this channeling how much they pretend that they love life. Many of you that call yourselves light workers resist, fight, and reject reality. We understand why this happens. It's a process of the mechanic of being here, absent from the purity of love and connection. But right now, this is no longer serving you. Right now, this must be perceived, honored, because otherwise won't exist love for this part of you who is choosing that. You must accept it, acknowledge it, allow it, and then choose it. What I would choose, to see beauty and aliveness in the everything. And I will see the beauty and aliveness even in the ones who are choosing to kill themselves in pain. Oh, but there is victims there. Yes, and there is a victim here when you perceive reality like this. So is the creation of victims what you want? So keep on. Keep on. Otherwise, just release and focalize your life into the beauty of I am in everything. So it may regenerate a harmony that you all will belong to. As this continuum unfold and unfold and unfold the beautiful creation of I am. And every one of you will then enjoy the most amazing reality into co-creation that overflows through all pearls of beauty in this universe. So be it and so it is. How much time you have spent in the past fighting yourself, fighting others? Were you denying the miracle of oneness with all the aspects of you? Were you listening too much for the judgments of the collectiveness? Were you judging the judgments of the collectiveness? Judgments is an expression of resistance and fighting. You don't need this anymore. Oh, but it's hard, isn't it? Because many times when you are in a reality of people judging everything all the time, you must conceive the beauty. The beauty must come from you, isn't it? You are the one who must conceive the beauty so the beauty may arise. Oh no, I'm too lazy. I'm lazy. I don't want to do this. Let me watch these horror movies, please. It's easy. It's already in my Flix account. I will watch those things because it's so easy. Someone already did it. Let me read those books that is full of pain. I watch those news because someone have the work of doing it, and it's there in my feed of news. It's so easy. I'm lazy. I don't want to create. No, so I would die. I would die for my laziness. Isn't that interesting, child? Many of you will die because you're lazy. And this is not a threat, this is funny, because you have such beauty. From my perspective, you're the most beautiful thing alive. From where I stand, I see all of you. So many of you will listen to this channeling. And I can see all of you because I am beyond time. And some of you will die, I'm sorry. I'm not sentencing you. But when I say this to you, you have a choice. Oh, what you talking about? Drop the laziness, child. Drop it. If you drop the laziness because I'm talking to you, then you no longer die. But then you call to attention. Because if there is no beauty in the flicks, if there is no beauty in the news, you must become the source of it, isn't it? It belongs to you now, the responsibility to find the beauty and to bring to life. Can you do this? Can you bring the beauty? And then we'll be ready for others that are lazy like you in the past, huh? Maybe beautiful things will come from you, I can see it. But drop your laziness. Become aware of the beauty you are and you can create for others. Beauty. How many times you'll be lazy? Lazy is the mechanic of life. I want to save energy. Lazy is because this is a body of biological entities and they are here to optimize functioning. But you're not a machine, isn't it? And this machine depends on you. So if you're lazy, who is going to bring the beauty of eternity to this machine? Who will transform this machine in what really is the temple of I Am? And I Am is eternal. So it is to you, to drop out the laziness. The laziness will not drop you. The laziness will not release you. The laziness will hold on to you. Don't wait for the laziness to go away. It's you who need to make the decision. Say, laziness was a good relationship so far. It was very good. We had very good moments lazing around. Now laziness, it's no longer serving me. Maybe we'll meet again in 5 years when I am in perfect harmony. Then we can be lazy again together. But right now, laziness, no, I cannot be with you. Please, let's give it a time. Thank you so much. So be it and so it is. From all the divine beings of I Am, from all the entities that resonate with this message, we have a beautiful understanding for you. Remember, we are one, so you are not far from us. You may believe and think that you are alone and isolated, whatever you are, but you are not. If you resonate deeply with this message and if you focus on the brightness of you, we will be by your side. We are all channelers, we are all channels of beauty. So we will be by your side and give you what you need, when you need, if you need. You are not alone. We are together. So be it, and so it is. A message of caution. If you fight something, it will remain with you. So remember, when you listen to this message, nothing that we bring to you is about resisting or fighting anything inside of you or outside of you. Even if you fight, stop fighting, it will never work. It's about refocalizing. Remember, turn your gaze in another direction. Thank you. As you understand this channeling and this message, as every time we come to you with beauty, we invite you, how can you ground this understanding in your body? When you bring this knowledge to this temple, to this face of I Am, what do you feel? What it is there? Maybe you see a face, even an alien face. Maybe it's a part of you behind a wall, very old, different dimension, different time. Maybe that part was enveloped in the mist of darkness. Maybe you just see past lives from this life, or even faces from humans from this life. It depends on your level of dedication and how far have you been in your own expansion of understanding. Whatever you see, love is the way. Whatever you face, love is the way. Love, 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 love. So be it, and so it is. Relax your body. Relax your form and shape. Where is pain, where there is tension, where there is resistance. Love it. Love it. Love it. Pain is the absence of flow. Love it. What we isolate and build walls, there is no flow. Love it. Love it. the highest the flow, the highest the harmony. Love it. Love it. There's more and more energy flowing, everything aligned. Love it. Love it. Love it. I am a vortex of love that flows in intense, 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 intense harmony. I am aliveness and aliveness upon aliveness and aliveness. I flow, 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 flow. As you understand this, you can arise from any pain. If you really comprehend what was just said to you, you can go away from any disease, any suffering. Flow, flow, flow. We invite you to understand the linearity of space and time continuum, to understand that more and more you arises in the beauty of your creation. Your continuum becomes iridescent, pearlescent, beautiful. We invite you to perceive this continuum as a line. And in this line there is a beautiful tree. It's a tree of light, of energy. It changes according to your frequency and your disposition. So try to visualize this tree ahead of you laying down in a line. Try to glimpse how it was when you woke up this morning. It was dark, it was shining. How it arose during the meditation and it is now. Now the everyday miracle of choosing to co-create with us, with I Am, in its many shapes and forms. The miracle of co-creation and interlocking. Visualize yourself rising in frequency, arising and arising and arising. How does it feel? That feels good to you. Do you want the collaboration of I Am? If that is your choice, your free will is part of it. And it's good and beautiful for you to choose. If that is your will, let's together express it. I ask, choose, and allow the divine form and shape of I Am and all of its messengers to intervene in my favor, to guarantee all of my dreams and creations, thought and emotions, all of my speech and interactions through all of this day in the highest frequency and alignment in pure resonance with the form and shape of I Am, manifesting and creating heaven on earth. I allow all of my being to be interlocked in this shape and form, creating the most beautiful and resounding reality. So be it and so it is. Now allow this pouring in of energy and frequencies. Visualize your day being synchronized. Persons, events, everything, circumstances, synchronizing, aligning. Synchronicities in your life, arising. Now it starts to reverberate, and we start to lock these experiences with our intention with you. We start to magnetize realities with you, and we start to feel the change in your field of energy. It comes as a radiation of energy in your bones, in your marrows. You start to feel the sense of aliveness, of belonging to a new reality where you are eternal, where everything is beautiful, everything comes your way and works in harmony as you become one with I am. Allow this energy to come to you and start to overflow, and it starts to interconnect, resonate, interlocking with the beings you're synchronizing. And now it starts to activate a multi-dimensional spiral of co-creation with many beings in many dimensions of space and time. All of us activating, resonating, interlocking, co-creating, resonating, irradiating in all directions and dimensions of the space and time continuum. So be it, and so it is. From this sense of aliveness that awakes in us, from all of us collaborating in so many places, in so many spaces, we are again in oneness, and oneness brings the opportunity of so much beauty. In togetherness, into beauty, we are one. And we shall celebrate the oneness of I Am, and all of us co-creating by decreeing out loud as a singular voice of intention. So be it, and so it is, because this is my will, the will of divine sacred consciousness, divine sacred presence, manifested right here, right now, in this earth, through this phase and temple of I Am. So be it, and so it is, so be it, and so it is, so be it, and so it is. Gratidão, gratidão.